nurse today. So how are you feeling today?
Good.
Pretty good. Any pain or discomfort anywhere? No? Okay. All right. If he was an older adult and I was concerned about maybe he wasn't really all there, you know, or he started asking questions like, where's my wife or something else, I might say, can you tell me what today's date is? Okay, so if they can't recall the date, just say, can you think about what month it is? What day month we're in? November. The year. Do you know what year we're in? And I can't quite remember. It's not unusual for older adults in a hospital facility not to realize that it's Tuesday, November the 2nd or whatever. Sometimes I say, who's the president? I'm still concerned about, are they living in 1945 or are they living in 2011? So do you know who our president is of our country? Obama, that's right. And they'll tell you their opinion on him, yay or nay. So those are things you can do. If you're a little not sure that he didn't answer those initial questions appropriately, then probe a little bit further to see. So first thing Lana's having you guys do after we assess LOC, right, or his level of consciousness, we're going to do overall skin. When you assess the skin, you can also do a lot of different things while you're assessing. So I'm just going to say, I'm going to do a physical assessment on you right now. Let me know if you feel any discomfort or something doesn't feel quite right. And so you can start by, you know, you're checking out the color of the skin is pink, right? We don't have any jaundice, no yellowing. There's no redness or no signs of infection or inflammation. He's warm to the touch, but you want to touch them all. Do you remember that video we watched on pressure ulcers and health and illness? They did that. They, you know, assessed the leg. Now his feet are a little sweaty, but he just took his shoes and socks off, so that would be normal. But the skin is nice and warm and pink. It's dry, you know, turgor. If you guys learned how to assess turgor and health assessment, so just skin turgor is good. It looks moist. So skin checks out just fine, and you can talk through that when you're doing your health and illness exam. We're going to check his eyes. The only thing Lana's making you guys do for eyes is just pupils equal and reactive to light and accommodation, PERLA, and that's how you document it. So I'm going to shine a light in your eyes. If you could just kind of look straight ahead for me. Let me grab that other pen light over there. There's another. Wait, this one's working. So come up and check to make sure that the pupils constrict and they're equal and they react together. I'm going to take a listen to your lungs now. Are you able to sit up in the bed? Okay. So, going to listen in the base. I'll be starting the base. Just take a nice big breath through your mouth. Good. And again. Good. Good. Okay. Have you had any respiratory issues lately? Any cough or sputum?
Nope.
No? Okay. And you would say you're on the, I hear no adventitious breath sounds. His lungs are clear to auscultation. We can document that through the CTA. Another deep breath. And then always get that right middle lobe. And he feels really good. I'm going to listen to the front. Are you lightheaded yet?
Not yet.
Huh?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, you can press back down. Okay, there you go. Sounds good. So if you hear anything, some of you guys might have asthma. Your partner might be wheezing back there. They might have a chest cold. You might hear something. If you do, then let me know. That's good to know. He said he wasn't coughing or bringing up any mucus, so there's nothing there to assess or to try to get a look for. Get him into his heart. Do you ever listen through the gown?
No.
No, why not?
It'll give you false sounds.
You always want to put stethoscope to skin. In some situations you may not be able to, but if you can, you don't listen through the gown. He's got good sound. I should have pointed this one. There you go. Try to protect privacy though. So you're going to listen to aortic, pulmonary. She wants you doing herbs, right?
Speak to me.
Right. Got good heart sound. Good, nice and strong. Okay, what else does she have on the list for you? Capillary refill. All right, how do we check capillary refill?
No bed.
What are you looking for? Less than 3 seconds, right? Capillary refill is good here. I like to check all extremities. When would it be important to check all extremities? Diabetes, and what else? What if you had a cast on one arm? Yeah, I mean, you know, so you might just say, oh, this capillary refill is good, but you've left 3 undone. And if he casted or has some immobility, that's definitely, so check all 4. Absolutely. We're going to do carotid brewery, so sit up for me. And this is more important in older adults. The carotid arteries feed the brain. if the carotid arteries weren't working very well, what might be some symptoms, do you think?
Fatigue. Level of consciousness.
Fatigue, level of consciousness, right? Memory problems sometimes. People come in and complain of memory issues, and it could be that their brain's not getting enough oxygen, so the arteries are clogged. And as people get older, and especially those with have high triglyceride levels or lipid levels, those become blocked. So you ask your patient, you listen always to the carotid with the bell, and you ask them to look straight ahead, and take a big deep breath and hold it. You shouldn't hear anything. Let it out. And again. You don't hear anything. If you hear swishing, chances are there's a bruit there, and if you hear something abnormal, they're going to go do an ultrasound, and they'll rate the blockage, what percentage of the artery is blocked. Sometimes if you've got somebody with aortic stenosis, you get those sounds up here, but that's a very different sound. So sometimes if you hear sounds that means one of two things, a bruit or stenosis is going on. All right, pulses. So we're going to feel those carotids. You guys all know how to feel your carotids? You do that with the gym when you get your heart rate up, right? Right, so you're feeling carotids. We're going to do radial pulses. You guys are pros at that, right? Right, everybody? Got the radial pulses.
When we do carotid, are we supposed to be camel while we're doing all of these?
I'm just assessing rate and rhythm right now.
So we're just making sure that
If you feel them, right. Yeah, and do you feel it more on one side than the other? You've already done your vital signs. Okay. Good enough. Now for the femoral pulses, you come up under, Paris, and you come up just to the groin area. I did wash my hands. He's got a good pulse. Did everybody? Well, if you can't feel it, let me know. I won't. So you check, and what might, if you notice one side was 2+ and you could barely feel the other side, what might you suspect?
DVT.
Blockage where? Probably in the aortic stem somewhere here. Yeah, you might. Not symmetrical. Dorsalis pedis. You come down. And sometimes you can do capillary refill at the same time. I'm trying to go through the list today in the order that she's got them, but now might be a great time to go ahead and do capillary refill since you're down here to save time. But he's got good dorsalis pedis. Posterior to him. Vanessa doesn't have any. Oh, did you find some on Vanessa? You did.
Just lightly.
Okay. Right. And you do not have the popliteal on your list, right? All right. Good. All right. So that's all feel good. And then you're going to look for any edema. Did you see the picture in your book? There was edema. So he has no edema here. But you might ask, do you ever notice that your ankles get swollen? No? Older people might tell you, yeah, by the end of the day they're getting swollen. You're going to want to make a note of that. But he doesn't have any edema at all to be worried about. All right, abdomen. What are we going to do first with abdomen? Have you guys done abdomen yet? No. Okay. So what are we assessing for? What would you think we'd assess for the abdomen?
The shape.
Right? We're going to see, first we're going to eyeball it, right? We're just going to look at it. We are going to see if he's, you want to see, is it protuberant? Does it look swollen? Does it look edematous? Does it look nice and flat? I don't see, it looks symmetrical. I don't see a big lump on either side. So you look first, then you listen. And what are we going to be listening for? Vowel sounds. What do they sound like? Gurgles, that's right. The lack of vowel sound would indicate what?
No peristalsis.
Right, which might mean what? A blockage, right? Post-op surgical patient. Pardon me?
Do you hear gurgles all the time?
You should. At some point. In all 4 quadrants. Yours are hypoactive today. Sometimes they're really gurgly. Have you guys listened to people? No. So you listen, you visualize and you listen, and now what am I going to do? I'm going to palpate. Why wouldn't I palpate first? Right, I don't want to, because if I'm palpating, I might start moving some poop around or something too. And you're just moving things around, so that might hide that there's a vowel sound problem. So listen first, then you palpate. And you're looking at his face for any tenderness or grimacing, if he notices any grimacing. So just lightly palpate. She just wants you guys doing a rollover. So no pain or tenderness? Good. How are your bowel movements? Good. Good. How many times a day? How many times a week do you go? Once a day?
Yeah, once or twice.
Okay. And then you'd ask, what does it look like? Describe it to me. If you remember, you guys had that to fill on your form.
Right.
How about voiding? Any trouble voiding? Any burning or pain issues with that? No? Okay, good. All right. We'll sit you up. Actually, I'm going to have you sit up on the edge of the bed. And she wants you to assess hand grip. So take my fingers, squeeze as tight as you can with your whole fingers. Yeah. And that's equal to testing his strength, and we'll do more of the neurological once we want to get to that, but she wants you guys to do hand grasp strength. And then we're going to ask you to stand up, and if you could just walk to the, past Aaron and come back, and you're going to walk his gait symmetrically, get good arm swing, turns around, no chances of falling, have a seat. All right, so did we get everything? We didn't do joint tenderness, all right, so, are you noticing any pain or tenderness in any of your joints? Do you have problems? Have you ever had any sports injuries? No? Okay, all right. And if you were to say, you know what, my left knee swells up all the time, so then you've got to ask more questions about that. So that's pretty much it. That took all of what, 3 to 4 minutes?
36 seconds.
Okay.
With
And I
a lot of
talked
explaining.
a lot of
Yeah.
talk. So, you know, that's, but we want you to talk us through it a little bit, just to kind of get into your head what you're going to talk out loud, and then we'll help you with your thinking on that. Good job, guys. Thank you.
Good job.